Players from college to the G League and international pool are all rising in their ranks as they look to make a case for themselves before the NBA Draft 2022. This month has been key in determining who settles where in the expected draft slots as teams narrow down their targets. Let's take a look at 10 players who have the chance to boost their stock. At number 10, Peyton Watson. Peyton Watson remains one of the biggest and the most talented talents. His stocks aren't what they were when he entered the 2021-22 season, but we aren't ruling out anything when it comes to him. He didn't enjoy a particularly great season with the Bruins, playing sporadically and simply didn't make a huge impact on a veteran side. Even though he was given an extended run, it just didn't come to fruition for the youngster. He's still a decent talent, with a wingspan of 7'1" and enormous defensive potential. Watson is only 19, and there will be doubts over his offense, but there are so many other tools that can't be overlooked. And now, at number 9, Nikola Jovic. No. It's not a typo. It's not even a joke, but the similarities don't just end in the name either. Nikola Jovic is a 6'10" big man from Mega Mozart, who has been absolutely stellar from his side this season. Passing and creation are his forte, and given his size, this makes for an intriguing talent, especially in this class. He was the chief creator for Mozart, averaging 3.4 assists per game. He's got the production profile and the size, and even though he's not got a lot of stateside exposure, Jovic remains on top of the priority list for many teams ahead of the draft. There's no way a big man for Serbia who excels in making plays and is named Nikola slips to round 2, right? We don't think so either. Definitely a first-round pick. Up next, number 8, Ryan Rollins. Talking about underrated breakout stars, you can't really forget Ryan Rollins of Toledo. He's had a sensational season and should be a first-round pick in the 2022 cycle. Averaging almost 19 points per game along with 3.6 assists, he showed his tremendous scoring ability. Rollins' efficiency was affected by his heavy usage, considering the youngster was shooting 46.8% from the field and 31.1% from the three. If you want some statistics over his long-term future as a shooter, just take a look at his free throw percentage, which was 80.2%. A lot of NBA teams could be interested in his touch and three-level scoring ability. And now, number 7, Ty Washington. Ty Washington from Kentucky definitely has the name of a future NBA player, but that's not the only thing working for him. A 27% assist rate in SEC play as a freshman is extremely good, even though it's ranked 11th among SEC players during league play. But you have to factor in that due to Severe Wheeler, Washington was playing primarily off the ball. His playmaking and passing is real, to say the least, and we can see his long-term future in a playmaking role because there's just so much untapped potential. We see him playing in a guard role because his shooting skills are pretty decent. He's got all you'd want from a youngster. Great touch from distance, good floater game, good passing, and playmaking. Will the NBA take a chance? We think so. Up next at number 6, Dyson Daniels. All the sides in the NBA looking for versatility in their guard spot will be eyeing Dyson Daniels from the G League Ignite with a lot of interest. He's an impressive youngster, only 19, hailing from Australia. There's not a lot of flashy stuff about him, but that doesn't make him bad. It only means he's got the fundamentals figured out. Of course, a final push is required if he wants to make the top 10. While there isn't a lot of upward mobility on someone like Daniels, he's still got decent height at 6'6", and he's fantastic off the bounce. Playmaking chops and the versatility we mentioned before, all of these things are valuable, especially for sides that are a little light in the department. It's definitely not crazy to think that Daniels could solidify his standing in this class as a lottery prospect, but he'll need a grandstand finish and a bit of luck. Up next, number 5, E.J. Liddell. Now, E.J. Liddell is one of our favorite prospects on this list. We'll discuss the obvious upside of having a player like Liddell on your side, but there's just so much to like about him. The 4-star prospect is a 2-time Mr. Illinois basketball honoree, and that's super impressive to say the least. least. Even before this season, he was a refined prospect who has only gotten better over the course of the year. He's 21, and he's already improved his outside shot and developed his inside-out game on offense. We doubt there's a more appealing prospect in stretch forwards this year. Some people raise questions about his height, but 6'7" isn't short, especially when you can crash the glass like you're 6'10". We've never seen him get physically outmatched, but of course, repeating all that in the NBA won't be as easy. All things said and done, the Bucks and the Rockets could be eyeing the young star in round 1. And now number 4, Jalen Williams. Well, if you've subscribed to The Athletic and you like following what Sam Vecinick has to say, then you'll already know a lot more about Jalen Williams than we do. For those of you who somehow missed the hype train, don't worry, we have some brief but promising information about this Santa Clara talent. We were a little bit skeptical about Williams, and there's every chance that the people over at the NBA franchises are as well. But there's no need to overthink small school guys like Jalen, because he's a diamond in the rough. He's a huge guard, a fantastic playmaker, and shot 35.2% from 3 in the last 3 seasons. That's seriously impressive. He might not make the scouting computers go crazy, but Williams is one of those under-the-radar players worth a look for sure, especially if he finishes the season well. Sitting at number 3, Leonard Miller. Pure talent and the most physically gifted name in the ranks, is also probably the youngest one. Leonard Miller of Fort Eric International Academy is a genuine gem, and we're pretty sure he'll be moving in the first round. His draft eligibility was recently verified, and that means teams will be taking a very close look if they haven't been doing that already. Oh, and they're going to love him. The 6'9" combo forward has got terrific game and shooting mechanics. Even if he appears a little bit raw, this might be the perfect time to take a punt on him. The size, frame, and skill are an easy sell, and he could be one of those players to watch out for, now and in the draft. All this makes him a potential high-up side swing for teams, probably later in the first round or early in the second at the latest. And at number 2, Jaden Hardy. We'll be very shocked if Jaden Hardy from the G League Ignite doesn't confirm a move to an NBA side in this year's draft. We're not going to lie, some statistics don't make for great reading, but hear us out, okay? He was his team's leading scorer last year, and he's got one of the biggest skills that NBA teams really cherish: scoring. Yes, his underlying numbers aren't superb, shooting below 27% from three-point range, and then averaging just over 35% from the field isn't ideal either. But this kid is class. He can create shots from practically any situation, and his shot-making skills are going to be very intriguing for teams later on in the draft. If teams are willing to overlook the current season he's having, Hardy could be on his way to a good NBA side. Currently, his range seems to be a bit closer to 20 to 30, but his talent and pedigree could boost that for sure. And now at number 1, Malaki Branham. No one else has enjoyed a freshman season as good as Malaki Branham from Ohio State. He's one of the unexpected one-and-dones in this class, and despite a somewhat slow yet decent start, he exploded in the second half of the season. Branham went from averaging 13.7 points and 3.6 rebounds while hitting 41.6% from three-point range to 17.3 points and 3.8 rebounds, along with an improved scoring of 43% from three-point range. An extremely dynamic offensive wing, Branham will be a fantastic addition to most NBA sides. His rise has been phenomenal to watch, and a talent like him deserves a move to the big league as soon as possible. Not to mention the fact that he's only 19. The young talent has earned the plaudits, and people who have watched him play are raving about him. His coach Holmgren said, "I'm not sure Malaki is going to be here next year." And it's crazy because he said this after one of Branham's first games. That's a wrap for this video. Which of these young prospects do you find the most exciting? And which one would you love for your side in the NBA? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one like this.